Hi, I'm Dave from softshuffle.co.uk, and SoftShuffle is the system I created to let you fully randomize any size deck of cards just by dealing it out. Now, one of the most frequently asked questions I get is, isn't this just pile shuffling? And I get that. It looks a bit like pile shuffling. You're dealing cards into piles, and yeah, isn't that just pile shuffling? Well, no, or I wouldn't be bothering. But to expand on that a bit more, I actually think of soft shuffle as anti-pile shuffling. And what I mean by that is there are some known disadvantages to pile shuffling, but soft shuffle flips them on their head and turns them into advantages, taking them to their logical conclusion. They're actually quite useful. So the issues that are known with pile shuffling, broadly speaking, are that it's not actually very good at randomizing a deck of cards. It's fairly deterministic in terms of where people tend to deal the cards to when they're doing pile shuffling. But even more than that, it's known that you can abuse it. So if you imagine that you're going to deal all your cards to piles, then you're going to stack the piles on top of each other. Well, I know that pile's going to be on top, so I'm just going to deal all the cards I want into that and all the ones I don't over here. And you're like, okay, well, all the good stuff's at the top. Obviously, this is a problem. But actually, you can take that quite a long way, and you can take it to the point where you can fully set a deck. And so that is kind of the eureka moment I had with Soft Shuffle. So I realized at a certain point that assuming I have a number of piles that I'm using that is at least the square root of the number of cards I'm trying to randomize, then with 2 deals and gathers, I can set the order of a deck from any order to any order. Again, that sounds not so great, except for the fact that your phone is a very good source of randomness. We've got to the point with computers that we can do really good random number generation. Well, okay, I can generate a random order on my phone, and I now know that I can set cards to any order, so I can use this digital generated random order and make it a physical reality by dealing these cards out. And the rest of it was essentially me working out the algorithm to make that work. So yeah, normally pile shuffling, not very random, kind of open to abuse. Take it to extreme, you can use it as a way to set the deck, but you set it to a random order that you've generated. Okay, now there is a lot more to it than that, mainly in the details. And if you're interested in how and why it works, there's a little bit in the bigger intro video, but there's a big technical page which goes into all the gory details about how and why it works. And the reality is most people won't be that interested in it, but we'll be pleased to know it's there. But I'm sure there are some people who are interested in it. I'm very interested in it, that's why I did it. But if you want to give it a go, then please go to softshuffle.co.uk. It's free to use, and there is even a print and play map for you to test it out with.